What is up, you gorgeous, fabulous creatures, and welcome to another week of the Losing It podcast. You're here with Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach. I feel like I'm sounding very jolly and vivacious there. We're second week of January, bitches, second week of January. And if you, like most of us, are starting to shit yourself now because you're realizing, holy fuck, like, I was so sure that on the 1st of Jan, something was really going to change. I mean, I say this all the time, pixies aren't coming, Harry Potter isn't going to ding you over the head, nothing magical really is going to happen on January 1st. But as much as I say it, I think we still don't get it. We really do think that just because a calendar flipped over, you're going to have some fresh batch of motivation, discipline. I mean, the things that are required for one to have self-betterment, we think they're going to fucking fall on our heads on January 1st. And just because a date flicked over on your fucking iPhone, you think you're going to be able to do all the things that you have been trying to do for at least the last year, if you're anything like me, the last fucking 30 years, and you were not able to do it. Why? I just want to say, why are we so fucking stupid to think really that this time is going to be any different? How many times are you going to hit your head against a fucking brick wall and think that you're not going to give yourself a headache? It's not working. It hasn't worked. And here is my proof to you. It's January 10. I don't even know what that stupid date is that they say there's a date where everybody's given up. I think most of us are already fucking given up. Like, I know because I see it on my socials that people have started panicking already, the women that are wanting to lose weight. We started panicking because we thought we were going to do it on Monday the 1st of Jan. And then we're like, well, this sucks because, I'm hungover and this doesn't feel good. And I'll just rest today and there's still all this party food here. So I'll eat today, but I'll start it on the 2nd. And then that comes and you think, no, the 3rd. I used to tell myself shit like the 3rd is a good day because that's a Wednesday. So that's kind of also a good day to start because then I only have to make it through half the week. Honey, the best day to start is the fucking day that can I just be really honest? You know when the fucking best day to start is? The day that it feels most uncomfortable. The day that you really, really, really don't want to do it is the perfect day to start. And here's why. Because if you can pull it off on a day when you're not feeling it, you're down, you're depressed, you're tired, you don't have the energy. If you can pull it off on fucking days like that, imagine how much ass you're going to kick on the days when you are feeling the vibe and you do feel good and you do have energy. This is what I'm saying. You people wait. You're waiting until you feel really great and then you kick off your plan, and that's fine. But because you have never navigated how to stay on plan when you don't feel great, you fuck it up every time and you fall off plan. Here's the thing. Let me just say it again for the people in the back. The best day to start your damn plan is the day when you don't feel like it, you don't want to, and all the cards or whatever, all the stars are against you. That's the perfect time to start. So I was talking about this inside of my F the Scale group yesterday, inside of my coaching group that I have, F the Scale. If you don't know about it, you must have been under a rock. You guys, honeys, please. It's like currently still at $19 a month, but that is going up this month. It's doubling because it's fucking worth that and a gazillion times more because we're all in there kicking goals and losing weight for 2024. Well, we were losing weight in 2023 as well, but we're losing it now for this year. And apart from all the courses, like the course, the F the Scale course, what I lay out for you, my blueprint, and the bonus courses, and the rest of the 200 recipes, and all the things, the meditations and things, the tools that I used, including the specific journal and the daily planner that I used to help me lose the weight. Aside from all of that, you get me on tap. And I'm there doing weekly live coaching and masterclasses. So I was talking about this in yesterday's live coaching, that there's 5 specific changes, upgrades that I'm making for this year. And I'm going to just briefly touch on some of them. I won't give you all of them because they're all inside of the group, but some that make the biggest impact, you can certainly do these straight away. And I'm going to tell you this one I think is probably the most impactful. It's the first change that I wrote down when I thought, what changes am I going to make this year? Because it's very different. I talked about the ones that I made last year And again, you can get all of this inside of the replay, inside of F the Scale, because I went through the entire list of what I did last year to elevate and move myself, like losing 8 kilos last year, and then how I'm going to finish that job off this year, because there's still probably a good another 5 or so to lose, I would say. So how I'm going to do that this year. And one of the first things that I talked about, which you would think has really nothing to do with weight loss, but I'm telling you it's fucking everything to do with weight loss, is waking up early. Sis, if you, like me, enjoy your sleep, I'm telling you, at 52 years of age, I just fucking want to sleep all day. I'm just like a cat. I want to lie in the sun and I just want to sleep. But I know, the reason that I know that I need to wake up at the time for me is 5 a.m. is because I tried to avoid it for a really long time. And God is just speaking to my heart. It's like, and I can't argue with that anymore. And this is something that you really have to think about with yourself as well when it comes to your food choices, with your the amount of exercise that you do or lack thereof. What is God or your conscience putting on your heart that you know you damn well should be doing, but you're flat out slapping them in the face? I mean, do I want to slap God in the face? No, thank you. I don't know what I might get struck by lightning. So I've decided now, well, I didn't even decide. I just have had this on my heart for ages. 5 a.m. is the time I want to get up. And this is why I've been avoiding it, because I don't fucking want to get up at 5 a.m. That's a bullshit time to get up. And with that being said, I used to get up at 5. I loved getting up at 5. And this is the reason probably why it resonates with me, is because my life was so good when I was getting up at 5 a.m. Really shit was going my way. Not like the universe was conspiring in my favor, but I was physically, mentally, and emotionally able to handle so much more because I was getting up early and spending that time doing the journaling and the reading and the workout and the meditation, whatever the fuck it is that you know you should be doing, but you're not because you're sleeping in your bed like a lazy ass. So I know that I have to get up at 5. And the main reason for that is because, not because 5 is a magic fucking number. You don't all have to get up at 5 now. You'll be like, oh, she gets up at 5, I better get up at 5. You don't have to do that. You can get up at whatever fucking time you want. But the point is, it needs to be difficult for you. And 5 a.m. is difficult for me, especially now because we're in daylight. So this is why it's so hard for me, because we're in daylight savings time. And I'm like wanting to negotiate with God. Can't we just wait until we're out of daylight savings time? Because right now, me getting up at 5 is the equivalent of getting up at 4. And my body's just like, woman, what are you doing to me? So I'm getting up at 5. And the reason that this is going to impact my weight loss so greatly is because to get up at 5, I need monumentous amounts, I need fucking massive ass amounts of discipline. That's what I need. Nobody wants to get up before they're ready to get up, whatever time that is for you. So whatever time you actually would normally get up, you need to get your ass out of bed at least an hour before that time. At least. Because I can comfortably get up at 6. Again, don't love it, but I can do that and that's fine. And I'm very happy getting up at 6. But getting up at 5 is hard for me. So you need to get your ass up at least an hour prior to your normal, regular, comfortable time, because that is what's going to establish discipline in your life. And as you hear me say, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. Why? Please tell me why. You promised yourself that you were going to start a weight loss plan this year. You were going to join F the Scale. You were going to come and see me about coaching. You were going to do my group coaching, whatever the fuck. But you didn't do it. And you're still eating your way. And we're nearly the middle of January. You're still fucking eating your way through the month. Why is that? Because you haven't established discipline in your life. So let me also share this with you. The hardest place to establish discipline, there's 2 places that are really hard: food and sleep. They're the hardest places for you to establish discipline. I can discipline myself not to shop, not to spend money. Like, I can discipline myself in many areas. Make sure the kitchen is clean, put the dishes in the dishwasher at night. No problemo. But tell me to really, really follow my eating codes to the letter and or get up before I want to get up in the morning. Sleep and food are the hardest places to discipline yourself. So whilst I'm pretty good with the food these days, after 30 years of torturing myself, I'm pretty good with the food. But sleep, like getting up early, that still evades me. And it rolls on to impact food choices. So always, nighttime is my witching hour. After dinner, that's when I always want to eat more chocolate than I really had planned for that day, always, every time. So I know that discipline is still an issue in my life. And so now by getting my cute little butt out of bed at 5 a.m., I am establishing really painful amounts of discipline in my life. But it's going to roll over and allow me to structure and use that discipline throughout my whole life, in every area of my life, yes, including food. So I had 4 other really great things that I'm going to implement this year. I feel like I want to share one more with you. I'm going to share one more. It's just something really easy that you can implement straight away. So another one that I am doing this year, and these have to be non-negotiables. If you want to level up by the close of the year, you need to start doing these now so that they can roll over and blanket over your discipline when it comes to food choices as well. So the second one that I'm going to share with you is never breaking character. And what do I mean by that? When I say the next thing it's not actually, it's the 5th one on the list because I've got them in order of implementation. So you need the other sort of 3 that are in the middle to be able to get here successfully. But I will say that never breaking character is going to be a huge, huge help in allowing you to reach your weight loss goals for 2024. So what I mean by never breaking character is you need to establish, so inside of my F the Scale coaching, inside of the membership group, you have my blueprint. It's inside of there. That is what is going to allow you to establish the character or the way that you will conduct yourself, along with all the other things that surround that. Look, what are your food choices going to be? What are your mental and emotional choices going to be? Like, how are we going to bring those into reality and make them part of your personality so there is no more conflict around food? But once you have established all of this with the blueprint, using my blueprint, that is when you now have the entire structure of the person you need to be in order to successfully stop emotional eating and lose the weight this year. So as I talk about these things that I'm going to be doing, the 5th one is to never break character. And that means I get my blueprint and I need to follow it to the letter every single day. Never break the character of this individual that I have carved out here based on my goals and what I want to see happen in my life. If I can stick to the character of who that individual would be, I will automatically be rewiring the neuro pathways in my brain to actually fucking be her. When people talk about manifestation, they make it sound like, I don't know, like witchified stuff or something just weird happens and it's magic. It's not fucking magic. Manifestation occurs because you have rewired your brain to actually believe that what you want has happened before it's actually occurred. And then, lo and behold, it does come to life. So with that, my darlings, if you want to know more, of course, head on over to kyliepax.com/F the scale, DM me over on Insta. You know, I'm always more than happy to have a chat and I will help you out, give you any direction that you need for this new year, because my number one goal is I just fucking want to see you succeed. It hurts my heart that so many of us women are still struggling with this. In this day and age, we have so much technology and so many other insane things that we can do, you know, given the internet and all the things that we are capable of doing and achieving. And yet here we are, like in caveman status, when it still comes to wanting to lose weight. And I'm just going to finish it up with this. It's not because of a lack of knowledge. In most cases, it's because of too much. There's an influx of too much information. And most of it is bullshit. There's a $1 billion industry that doesn't want you to have the information that you need, which is so fucking basic. You follow my 5 eating codes. You can get them in my free course. It's what children do. It's the reason why, unless young children have some kind of genetic predisposition to being overweight, they usually are not. And it's because we're doing the most basic things like I've talked about. And I can't even remember. There was an episode here in the podcast. I don't remember which one it is, but just get my free course. I break down each one of the eating codes there for you. You can follow them. They're easy and you can start losing weight right now within the hour. I'm sending you tremendous amounts of love. I will see you all again next week. Until then, gorgeous ones, bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to shimmy your butt over to kyliepax.com and sign up for one of my programs so you can start losing your weight now. You'll also find helpful notes and resources in my past podcasts that will help you lose the weight without all the BS drama. I will see you next week.